Hey, man. Am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
Get old, making my mind slow. That's why I don't deal with the big bro. Oh, bro, I got to maintain. Cause Kasabian is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Crazy insane, got no brain. Too much, I'ma cover hours, time for the blubber, blabber. To watch that Betty get fatter, fat boy on a diet. Don't try it, I jack your ass like a looter in a riot. Much too fat, like a sumo, slamming ass. Leaving your face in the glass. You know I don't take.
That's Tonster's favorite song.
I don't even know who sings it.
Man, that's a jam right there. That's a jam.
Just
I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
I think it's like it's I can tell you who sings it. I can't remember now, but I can tell you who it was. It's just some
Sound like
fucking
folk band.
It is. It's some kind of honky ass white looking dudes who sing this shit, dude. Like fucking white Midwestern pumpkin motherfuckers. But they're like, it's like they're playing it live or whatever. So it's, I mean, it's not bad.
It's pretty dope.
And I'm always ripped when it's playing.
It's not like I'm paying fucking Cypress Hill for a fucking intro. So like that's as close. Them motherfuckers, all the money they made, they could at least break me off in it. Let me use the fucking song that they've made millions off of.
For real.
The original song, though, is pretty sick.
Yeah, it is, man.
That's a sick song.
Yeah.
That's back in the day stuff.
Hey, nah, what y'all see soon is like, I love classic rap. So like anything from the 90s, you'll peep it if you pay attention to the Revolution stuff. I always use old school instrumentals in my backdrop. So
I love it.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I love old school rap, bro. That was high school back in the day for me. The East Coast, West Coast rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
That was everything. That was the conversation every day.
Nah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was born in the wrong generation because I'm only 25. So like,
25.
listen, on the shit that they play nowadays, man, is so garbage, bro. Like,
No message.
Nah, bro, it's just trash. Even the gangster rap is trash. Like, come on, bro. Like, do better, man. It's no style in rap no more. You feel me?
Stop drinking fucking put those styrofoam cups away, motherfucker. Because they in there fucking leaning, fucking thing. And everybody leaning with them, telling them, oh man, that shit sound good as fuck. That shit sound like garbage. If you drunk, so there's a lot of songs that sound good when you fucking drunk. It's the same way when you leaning. You think that shit sound fire as fuck. And it's just a bunch of moochie shit shoved together. It's fucking trash, man.
Only thing they need is good production and the wine on the beat. They got a hit nowadays, I tell you.
You know, I can't stand, like in today's world. I've never been a Snoop Dogg fan. I can't stand
Snoop. I love Snoop.
Can't stand.
Oh, whoa, man! You can't disrespect Uncle Snoop like that. Come on, man.
The dude's flaky as fuck, man. He's so flaky. Oh my god, the dude is.
I was just thinking,
flaky.
Just in case I got asked what my favorite rap song was, I was gonna go out of the box and say Ain't No Fun by Snoop Dogg, bro, and Doggy Style. Yeah. That's like my favorite song, bro.
If the homies can't get none, make you do one of these dances with your shoulders.
I love that song, bro. That whole album, gangsta. Sick shit.
I'm not a huge fan of his, but I do love that fucking clip where he's talking about, he's like, I don't know who the fuck come up with it, if it was Future. He said, them motherfuckers get in the studio me with all that he's like, man, turn that shit off. I ain't fucking doing no shit with you. That's what it sounds like. Every fucking thing sounds like that.
Where'd that start?
It started in Atlanta.
It started like Real Future and all them motherfuckers. They're the ones that started all that sound.
Yeah, it started in the South. When the South really started taking over, that's when that sound really started to take off. And it's garbage. Like, when I first got into rap, like, heavy, I, like, started with Big L. Like, that's what really got me pushing. So, like, when that style got cool when I was in high school and stuff, I hated it. I couldn't fucking stand it.
All that was a bunch of motherfucking rappers was like, okay, we done did the big clothes. We done did the big pants. We done rolled. We done chopped and screwed it from Texas, and we done did it all the way over here to the. Okay, we got to do something different, and that's all that shit was. Now I will admit, when Future first started doing it, wasn't that bad because he would mix it in with the rap lyrics, and you can understand what the fuck he was saying. Then look, man, I never thought I'd get to the age I'm like, what the fuck did he say? What the fuck is he saying? How do y'all listen to this fucking garbage, man? But I'm at that age. That shit is like noise pollution to my fucking ears. It makes my ears bleed. I can't listen to that shit. And I listen to just about anything.
So the thing is you got to be fucked up to understand it. Like, I remember one time.
Yeah, you got to be on fucking Xanaxes and with tattoos on your face to listen to that shit.
You do. It's fucked up, but it's true. You do. You got to be real fucked up to understand and listen to it, man.
I guarantee you, go get you 3 tats on your face and do a Xanax. You'll understand the whole thing, the whole fucking song.
Facts. But, he said what?
I said, what? Motherfucker, we was pretty hardcore when I was young about wanting to get tattoos and shit, but we never looked at each other and said, you know what I want? Well, I want it to look like someone drew on my face while we're in home ec. That's what half their fucking tattoos too look on their fucking face. It look fucked up, sketched up as fuck. And it's like, what the fuck?
Because they get fucked up and go to these half-ass tattoo artists and get all these tats done. Like the area that I live in
those tattoos are done by real high professional tattoo artists, but that's a type of style of tattoo where it looks where it looks like that. It's purposely done to look like that. Like someone wrote it on your face or some shit. That's the point of the tattoo. That's how they do it.
That shit is horrible.
You know, Mike Tyson's got to regret that shit.
Oh,
facts.
Mike Tyson regrets a lot of fucking shit. I promise you that fucking shit.
Touche.
Yeah,
I love Mike Tyson though, man. Like I said, Tyson. I
love Tyson.
God, I fucking love that dude, man. If there ain't no way, I would be scared as fuck to hang out with him.
Yeah, say the wrong thing, he gonna break your shit.
Well, he tests people. Like that's what he does. He tests people all the time just to see if he can just to see what your reaction is. Because he's fucking crazy, and he'll tell you he'll test you. Like he'll fucking make you fucking buck under. Like he's like, I'm just fucking with you. And just
he did that. He did that shit to Lil Boosie. He did that shit to Lil Boosie over the Dwayne Wade situation. Had Boosie shaking in his boots.
He did the same shit to Joe Bunyan. Joe's like, Mike, this is what we're doing. Mike, this is what we're doing. He's like, I'm a fucking animal. I'll eat your heart, motherfucker. You know, Joe over like, motherfucker, you might talk gangster on the microphone. That motherfucker will rip your face off, dude. Like, he's crazy, man.
But he knows he's crazy.
Yeah, he knows he's crazy. That's the difference. Like the shit he talks about, like where he's in the airport and motherfucking he is his mind. He'll hear voices tell him that dude over there says he's a bitch. That guy over there thinks you ain't a man, and it fucking fucks with him and like sends him into flip out mode. That's why he's like that shit.
Well, a lot of guys that come from those type of backgrounds are like that. You know, you come from that gutter, you come from that street. And they really are cut like that. Their minds tell them one thing, and then they're just bound to react off of that emotion, off of that anger, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy that he told Muhammad Ali that he was going to get that motherfucker back to beat him. You know that, right? When he was a kid and he was being trained while he was under Cuss's training tutelage still, he was a teenager. When Muhammad Ali lost that fight, I think, who was it to? Foreman or... Who was no Holmes? It was Larry Holmes.
Yeah, it was Holmes.
It was Larry Holmes, and that's what he talked to. He used to hang around Muhammad Ali all the time, and Muhammad Ali had called Cuss or something. He got on the phone. He said, "I'm gonna get him for you, champ." And that's when he was a kid. I'm gonna get him for you. I'll get him for you when I grow up. I'm gonna get him for you. He grew up. He beat that motherfucker's ass. So he was probably thinking the whole time he's trying. Oh, I'm gonna get Larry Holmes' ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love Tyson. Straight up.
Yeah.
Easily.
Boxing's different these days, man. It's not like it used to be.
No, not at all. I remember I caught boxing around the same time the UFC wave started popping off. So this one, Roy was still on top. But Roy was still a man. So that was always my favorite boxer growing up. Even in his decline, I still love Rose Jr.
My problem with boxing is it's fucking hard to keep up with all that shit. There's so many fucking belts. and so many divisions and so many weights and so many. It's like fuck, man. I don't know how the fuck people keep up with it. It's impossible for me.
People just love to watch the fight.
Well, a lot of it's gamblers too, so they'll keep up with all that shit because they got money.
Imagine, true. But imagine if they marketed this shit. It'd be good. They don't know how to market, just like baseball. No idea how to market.
Don't know how to market. Shit, boxing is fucking redonkulous. The money they make in boxing.
Right, but imagine they pushed their talent like fucking the NBA does.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying, but I think people are just not. I don't know. The generation today does not want to. They're just not into boxing like that. Like that was.
No way.
They're just not.
I think UFC definitely took that over.
UFC. Well, if they do watch something, it is UFC a lot of times.
It's over.
Yeah, a lot of times. So boxing is not nowhere near as what it. Or you wouldn't think it. That motherfuckers still get paid out the ass, man. Look at Floyd.
I don't know how. People just watch the fight, bro.
They've never really gave you nothing for free. They always make you pay for the good shit.
Always. It's always mad money. Mad money for one fight. You don't want to watch the rest.
Right.
Yeah.
Ever.
Josh says, I'm a huge Tyson Fury fan.
Whatever.
He's all right. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the fact. I hate the fact that Deontay Wilder lost to him because Dante's from Alabama.
Oh.
He only grew up. He grew up.
I like him. I like Dante.
Dude got his ass whipped though. What it was, they got in that first match, and even though he went the distance with him, Tyson scared him. He broke him. Tyson Fury showed him that you could be beat. He showed his vulnerability in that shit. He'd never been fucking pushed like that before. So, and it broke him, dude. And he's not recovered since. He's still not the same fighter he was. Like when he got those rematches, it was ugly.
He ain't fighting anymore either, right?
No, I think he retired too, didn't he?
Something like that.
Or he's about to retire.
Yeah.
Dude, Fury's one of them motherfuckers that make you laugh. He's like, don't even look like a boxer. You know, he's one of them.
That.
There's a lot of boxers that do that shit too, that where it don't look like don't look like they're in shape or nothing. They just look like the normal average dude. And they go in there fucking with their fucking shorts up to their fucking chin.
I think he froze.
I think he's having audio issues also.
Refresh time.
Yeah. But I think it's always crazy, man, because it's them fucking boxers, man, just because they don't, it's all about, a lot of that's about stamina. So it ain't ever exactly about being buffed up. So
look at Mayweather.
Look at man, listen, people give him so much shit.
I know. Just because he knows how to box.
Because he uses a strategy and dips and dodges. They say he runs.
It's called boxing.
It's called boxing. Ain't call stand there and get your fucking ass hit.
Dude, did you watch the Manny Pacquiao fight with him?
Yeah.
At the end of that, Pacquiao is talking and he goes, if he didn't move around so much, I think I would have beat him. Oh, you think so? You fucking asshole. Oh my God, I hated him after that. I hated Manny Pacquiao after that comment.
Yeah. I always I remember the big hype forever where it was where they were talking about forever, like, because all those fucking Manny fans that were anti-Floyd fans, because Floyd wouldn't fight him. Floyd's like, I'll beat him. I don't want to fight him. And everyone's like, oh, you're just scared of him. You're just scared of him. You're just no, he knew he wouldn't no competition. I just don't respect. I don't understand. And it's just like Mayweather said, he's like, have you ever looked at an old boxer? Look at Muhammad Ali. You think I want to fucking be like that? That's what happens when you stand there and just fucking slugfest with people. You have to fucking move the fuck around and get the fuck away from people. If he dips and dodges and dips and dodges and dips and dodges and scores points throughout the match, that's what he's doing. He's dipping your fucking punches. Even if he just barely touches you, it still counts.
Strategy.
It still counts. He'll have to knock you out. But Floyd has proved he can knock you the fuck out. If you fucking leave your chin out there, he can lay you out. He's got power.
You know something? Honestly, have you ever seen that man beat up in the ring? You know, some guys get bruises on the eye, closed. I've never seen it.
You know, and it was so, that's why I couldn't stand Conor McGregor so fucking much. And when Conor was just so arrogant and so blinded by the fact that he thought, oh, I'm just going to step out of UFC and step into professional boxing. In this guy's weight class, who's never lost a match in the professional boxing world, I'm just going to go in here and just knock this dude out like it's UFC. No, dude, you're not. Everyone's like, well, Conor showed how weak he is. No, he didn't. I mean, Conor's got fighting skills. He's in the fucking UFC, so he knows how to throw fucking hands. It's not that, and that's not what it's about, though. You seen Floyd play with him like a fucking cat with his meal. Play with him and just let him know that one time he dipped down and popped him and let him know where the power was. And you seen fucking Conor about drop. He can turn it on anytime he wants to. Have you ever watched his fucking workout videos?
No.
They're insane, dude. He's hitting these fucking big ass bags, and Mayweather is not a big dude. He's small as fuck. And dude, he, you know, the old expression, like when you train and fighting, because I mean, I've done some very, very small cage fighting training. They have an expression called make the bag pop. And he will pop those fucking big fucking punch, them big ass fucking heavy bags. Pow, 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 pow. You can't tell me that dude can't knock you the fuck out. That dude got power. Just because he dips and dodges, you can't catch him and hit him. That's your problem. You know, that's just part of strategy. You got to get his ass somewhere so you can knock him out. He's not the only dancing motherfucker in boxing. He's just better at it than everybody else did. So
he's just better than you. I guess it.
Yeah, Floyd's beast. Super.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. Yeah, okay. Like that too. Yeah. Sugar Ray was like that too, but I mean, I think Floyd's better than Sugar Ray is. I don't think, you know, I think he is.
I'm trying to think of other lightweights like that. Pernell Whitaker. Right? I think. I'm not real big on lightweights. Like I feel like I know. And I don't know a whole lot about boxing anyway. Boxing. Me either. I'm not a huge boxing guy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge boxing guy. Now, if it's a big fight, I'll watch it. Now, if someone's going to pay for it and be like, "Oh, hey, here's fucking such and such and such and such," and I know who they are, I fuck yeah, I'll watch it. You know, but I don't know a whole lot of boxers. Now, I know like if the boxers I do know, a lot of them are fucking heavyweights. You know, like the guys I grew up around, like fucking Lennox Lewis and Tyson and Holyfield and those fucking guys. Yeah, those guys. Those were the guys.
I think Holyfield was a very good champion after Tyson to carry it, but he had no competition except for Riddick Bowe. He really had nobody to fight.
Yeah. Lewis knocked him out too, though.
That was towards the end.
Yeah. Lennox knocked him out. Lennox was a beast then, though, man. He was a beast, dude.
Not a fan.
He was pretty good. I liked him.
Not a fan. I'm not saying he's a bad boxer. Not a fan of the man.
It was a pretty good. I mean, he beat the fuck out of Tyson too.
Again.
But Tyson, no, that was in Tyson's. Let me snore.
It's a spectacle.
Yeah, let me go snore an 8-ball in Steve-O's closet and then go out. Go out here and try to box.
You know, Tyson will fight again in a celebrity type of deal. I hate that shit. I fucking hate all those matches. They're fucking fixed. It's bullshit.
It's for him to make money.
I'm done. I ain't doing it no more. Spending $100 a fucking fight. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I don't do that shit. I order AEW every once in a while. That's about it. That's the end of the pay-per-view days for me because it ain't the 90s. I wish AEW get their shit together and get a fucking app because I'm fucking sick of paying for fucking pay-per-view. Everybody's like, well, you can watch the. Well, yeah, you can, man, but those fucking things go out a lot, man. And there ain't no going to piss me off more from when them bitches go out while in the middle of a big pay-per-view or big match and me interested in it. It's like a 5-star match. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'll just pay for it, dude. But they didn't get an app. I figured they would when he bought Ring of Honor, and he would use Ring of Honor to help fill his library. That's what I figured he was doing.
I guess it's going to take time if you're going to do it. I mean, why else would he buy ROH really?
Because he's a mark, dude. I love Tony, but he is a mark, bro, and he loves shit like that. Like that, I guarantee you, no one in that place is probably orgasming themselves more about the Forbidden Door than Tony is. Like he is just like, and it ain't because it's his company. He's just a mark, man. That's why MJF made that comment about him. But you deserve to be out here with these fans because you're a mark.
It's a shame Punk got hurt for that.
Oh man, it's a shame that I think neither one of them was there last night when I fucking went. So
did they say Will Ospreay's fighting? I don't even know.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Orange Cassidy come out last night on him.
I gotta watch it. I have it on DVR. I'm waiting for the kid to go to sleep later. I was gonna watch it.
Pretty good. The dark matches were pretty good also.
Wait. You gotta come on. You expected Orange Cassidy to fight this guy?
That's what's gonna happen.
The Forbidden Door, like the big fucking he's fighting Orange Cassidy.
That's what's happening.
I was expecting something, man. Come on, that's like the greatest wrestler in the world, He's put him on
fucking super. I don't think you're giving enough credit how fucking over Cassidy is, man. Fucking them motherfuckers love him.
No, he is. I put Ospreay on. Remember when Jericho first fought Kenny Omega? That first match, I think Ospreay's around that level right now of Kenny Omega.
Yeah, man, that match with him and Dax was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome. Dude, I swear to God, Dax gave him a chop. Was the loudest chop I've ever heard on a show, on TV. Swear to God, they are like over in the corner, they are throwing chops, and Dax hits him with a chop. It's so fucking loud, dude. That shit thundered.
When I think of chops, I think of that Royal Rumble when Daniel Puder was getting it from Guerrero, Benoit, and then fucking Hardcore Holly comes out and fucking hits him in the fucking nipple.
The good old days of bullying.
It was great. That guy got his ass kicked that bro, in front of live television. That's
good old WWE for you. Speaking of good old WWE, let's talk about the $3 million paper trail that since Mr. Vince McMahon likes to dip his pen in his company ink, along with John Laurinaitis, they put 2 ink pens in that bitch according to.
I love this. I love this so much,
dude. My only thing was when I read that, I was shocked. Yes, I was shocked. I was shocked that it got leaked because the first thing that went to my mind was, how the fuck did it take this long for someone to finally get something on this motherfucker? Because now the stuff I'm reading up on it is that someone inside leaked the information out on purpose. And when you read everything and you put everything in perspective, the tweet that Jack sent out, she fucking sent out that tweet about the people in power and something along the line. And she said this like cryptid roundabout, and no one knew what the fuck that meant at the time. Everybody was like, man, what the fuck is this bitch talk? She's out the door. She's talking out of her ass. Apparently she fucking wasn't. She wasn't. That's what she was talking about, is the fact that this bitch got moved up and put in this position of power because she had an affair with the boss, and that's why they put her in the place that they put her into. And then dumb Vass Vince has a paper trail. I mean, I know $3 million is a lot of money to a lot of people, but you don't think Vince couldn't like quietly draw out $500,000 here and $500,000 there and out of these little access, and no one would have probably never noticed why he did these things. But that's why it was fucking leaked. I think it was someone was trying to put an end to it. And then Stephanie leaving not long ago.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. And now they're saying that Triple H knew about it also. They're saying that everyone knew about this stuff. Everyone knew about this stuff. So it's That's pretty fucking awesome, man.
It is. I've been waiting for the cancellation of Vince McMahon for so long. Nobody's ever come after this guy. And you know he's a fucking prick. Like, he is never going to allow himself to get canceled. Never. Like I said in the chat earlier.
What was the thing? What was the thing too that also said that like along the lines of that he was trying to use Johnny Laurinaitis as the fall man? He was trying to put things in play where it looked like Johnny was completely guilty, but he was the fall man and Vince wasn't. I was like, well, what the fuck? This shit's getting thick as fuck. Now. Oh my God. Yes. Like if this fucking happens, dude, all kinds of cans will end up being open because then people will really come out and say, okay, well, this happened. Back in 1998, this happened. In 2001, this happened. And it's going to look like the fucking Bill Cosby trial up in this motherfucker. It's going to be woman after fucking woman after fucking woman. He nailed me on the desk. He nailed me in his weight room. He nailed me.
And you know what happened. You know it happened.
And it really makes you, and it's just, when you listen to a lot of sit-down interviews of people that did not work for Vince McMahon in the past 15, 20 years, like, you know, like Animal and, you know, people like that. And you sit down and listen to these fucking sit-down interviews they had. Some of those stories they tell kind of lines up with this stuff. You know, like if you listen to there's still the very big story that goes around that, you know, he was having sexual relations with Shawn Michaels and so was Pat Patterson, and all three of them was having these sex orgies. This is a story that Animal used to tell all the fucking time.
Oh, really? You said that?
Yeah, that they would do these things, and that's how Michaels got over, you know, because they're all that way. And Vince uses these boys and gives them pills and all this stuff back in these days, and that's really how Shawn lost his smile, you know, and like all this fucking shit.
Jesus.
Back then, of course, you're just thinking these are just sour ass motherfuckers. Okay, they don't work for him no more. They didn't leave on good terms with Vince. Vince ain't booking them, doing nothing for them. He's not sending them any money for any fucking thing. He probably fucked over 4 or 5 of their buddies that Vince has done fired over the past year, so they don't have no use for Vince. So at the time, you probably think that shit's fucking, it's all a bunch of hogwash. But now, I don't know, man. I don't know. And now I'm hearing too, now that someone's saying that Vince and Linda ain't lived together in fucking 10, 12 years.
None of this shocks me.
It does it because, I mean, like, really, who's looking? Are you looking to see if him and Linda are living together? I'm not. And
it's not even that, but like the dude doesn't stop working. Like, when is it end? When is enough enough? That's my question all the time. Is when is enough enough? You made your fucking money, buy a fucking island somewhere. Seriously, and go live your fucking life. You did it. You did it.
You know what kills me the most too about that motherfucker is you would think that he would have wanted to put something in some kind of play in some kind of position where his kids took over.
Seriously, let your fucking legacy grow. You fucking, oh my God, it pisses me off. He's like a conceited, narcissistic cocksucker.
Oh, he's a very big narcissist. For sure. You know, Bret Hart pointed that out to us a long time ago. Yes, Bret. Yes, Bret, you were fucking right. You were right, Bret.
I used to hate on Bret for all that shit. Now I love him.
I still hate on him.
I like him.
He's still a crybaby.
He embraced that hate now. I don't give a fuck. He's like, I hate that motherfucker, and that's it. That's it. I hate you. And he loves it. He loves to hate. And I respect that, Tommy. I respect that.
He is like such a wine bag, though, about everything, dude. Every interview, it's like, hey, Bret, you know it's kind of going to get chilly later. Did I ever tell you about that time Goldberg kicked me and cost me my career? Did you know that I was a real world champion and I toured the whole world? Like, it's just, dude, like, I get, don't get me wrong. I give Bret his due. Bret made a mark in the business. He's always going to be remembered. People's always going to talk about Bret, or at least for the next 15, 20 years, Bret's always going to be talked about.
Just ask him.
Yeah. Just ask him. He'll tell you. And then, like, it's the small things he does that just like rubs me so wrong.
I get it.
Like the interview they did with him, and his whole wall is like a shrine to Bret Hart in his own house. In his
Come
own
on,
house.
bro.
I was like, no fucking way does he have all this stuff of himself. Like, and it wasn't even like important stuff. It was just like pictures and bullshit. Like, just like
Scott Hall mentioned that.
Yeah, something like a fan would have of him or something. I'd understand if you had like, you know, the picture of you and Sean at WrestleMania or something or some shit like that.
Your poor wife.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
look at that shit in the fucking bedroom all the fucking time.
Like I said, the family's weird, dude. Okay, the family's weird. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it for people. I know that family's legacy. They're weird. Listen to some of the stories Jim Cornette tells about fucking his daddy and shit, and how he's like, you go over and he'd be talking to you, talk about promotions and be flipping the eggs, and then reach over here and flip the cat shit out of the litter and reflip the eggs with the same spatula, and you know, it's a fucking house smelled like cat piss, and you know, it was grimy, grimy, nasty fucking house, you know. And could you imagine going in that house to train? You go walking in there and they're like, we're gonna go train with the great Stu Hart. And you walk in and there's like 10 cats and there's like shit everywhere, shit up on the counter, shit. Like, it just sounds like, it's just like, you know, that's why they had like that. I guess they said they like that Addams family type, you know, Leforium sort of in the neighborhood, sort of like, you know, they were kind of outsiders in the neighborhood, and you know, it
looks that way.
Yeah, it was, man. But like I said, the family's weird in the sense of, well, they all drank the Kool-Aid. Like, that's the thing. They all drank their own Kool-Aid. Like Natalie, like when she talks about Bret, I think it looks like she's getting a little too excited talking about her uncle.
She's so proud.
So proud. Man, and the thing is that when this will kill me, when they sit down and interview this bitch, she'll talk like she was there.
I hate that so much.
She will talk like she was there. And they did that shit in that fucking that Dark Side of the Ring shit. They asked her questions. And dude, I swear to God, there was at times that when me and my old lady was watching it, I kept looking at my, I was like, why the fuck did they keep asking her like she was there? You got Bret Hart. Interview the dude that was there. Why are we listening to fucking Natalie? Because we got to push her because she's part of the family tree and she's wrestling. No, that makes no fucking sense. But like I said, the whole family's like that. They think the British Bulldog was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. They think that that's champion bloodline, that they all are fucking, and the only ones that was any good was Owen and Bret, really. Davey wasn't even a Hart.
I hate Bruce.
Bruce
Hart. Bruce Hart was the worst.
Yeah.
He thinks he's so good. He wanted to be Bret so bad. He was supposed to be Owen, I believe. He was supposed to have that spot. If I'm correct.
Probably so.
Why would that be in my mind, you know?
I mean, to me, like, you know, like they think Davey was so fucking great. Davey only had like one huge moment.
It was against Bret.
It was against Bret, and you had to do it in the UK to get a pop. You think they would have popped like that for him here? I don't know, man.
That's what's gonna happen with McIntyre, bro.
Yeah,
they're gonna do that with him this year, I think.
I feel sorry for McIntyre, man.
Me too.
It's like you want him to be in that spot, and then he worked all the way up, and he finally got in that spot and got in that line, and then the fucking COVID hit and all that shit. Because, man, I popped like a motherfucker when he kicked Lesnar in the head and flipped him out at fucking the Royal Rumble.
It was a good moment.
It was one of the very few moments that WWE surprises me anymore. They got me there. They surprised me with that one. Because he just ran like he kicked, and it was the way he kicked him too, dude. It like he fucking connected hard with him, dude, and flipped him over the top. And it was just like, what the fuck just happened? Did that really fucking happen? That was also because you expected Lesnar to win. So,
and then COVID hit.
Finally, Vince was like, okay, let's give him one, Brock. Yeah. Which I always hear that's more Vince than Brock. Brock likes putting guys over, from what I hear. It's always Vince that don't.
It's always Vince. It's always Vince.
Like Vince,
it's time for him to go anyway.
Yeah,
I think it's time for him to go.
Vince or Brock?
Vince.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Lesnar, bro. Lesnar's a fucking animal. He's a fucking beast. He is.
He is, man.
It's fun. He's
the only
fun to see.
The only thing that makes me mad about the way they used him was I could know that Lesnar could go out there and put on a 4-star match. Easy. If you give him something the right opponent.
Good.
He's so fucking good.
So good.
Yeah, what you want to do with him is him go out there and get hit twice, grab the guy, suplex him 100 fucking times, over and over and over and over and over, and it gets fucking boring when that's all the match is.
Yeah,
and if AEW don't watch it, that's going to become Wardlow. Those power bombs are going to lose effect, and I ain't gonna lie.
Too much
last night. That 20-man shit was stupid. That was
stupid.
That was stupid. They shouldn't have did that. They could have gave him just put him in.
Sounded dumb.
Yeah, they could have put him in the match with like a really good tag team, like maybe the Ass Boys or something, like the Ass Boys versus Wardlow. That would have been fucking fine. That would have been fine, and fucking let him beat the Ass Boys, and he just be the tag team together. That's good in a handicap match, and that would have been just as fucking good. But still, you give us these 20 fucking security guards, or I'm sorry, indie wrestlers that play in security guards is what they're doing. And they go in there and fuck it. And it's just the way it didn't make no sense because they all jumped up on the apron and he was in the center. They never explained to us exactly how he was supposed to beat them. And it was one of those weird moments where I think he didn't know and the referee didn't really know because Wardlow runs and he hits like 3 of them and knocks them off the apron. And then she hits the microphone and says, contestants 1, 2, and 3 have been eliminated. What? So I'm like, so it's a rumble, correct? So it's like a rumble type, but they didn't even get in the ring. So I was like, I guess that don't matter. But then he started powerbombing motherfuckers. And then he pinned them. So I guess, okay, it's out, knock them out or get the pin. But then he knocked the other guys out, but they wasn't eliminated. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And there was actually one spot in it, and I'm going to go back and rewatch it just to make sure that I seen it correctly. But it reminded me, do you remember the WCW shit that happened with Kevin Nash where he's powerbombing them motherfuckers and the fucking referees counting them?
Yes.
And he's powerbombing them. I swear to God that fucking happened last night. I got to go back and watch. But there was one time where he powerbombed a motherfucker, and he didn't even have him pinned, and the ref went. And they rung the fucking bell. Like, I guess that was supposed to be a knockout. I don't know what the fuck. It was ridiculous. You had guys that were being stacked on top of stacked. This guy's shoulders ain't down. This guy's like this. This guy's like this. And it was a mess, man. It was a mess. It was just a lot of power bombs. And
who do you think they're building him for? Punk?
No, I would hope not. I don't really want to see that. I would rather see him have like him versus Mero, because like him versus Mero would be great because Mero's a beast and they're pushing the fuck out of Mero right now. So him versus Mero would be fucking great. I do not want to see like him versus fucking Lance Archer or none of those guys because he's just going to fucking kill him. It needs to be someone that they can actually work where it's believable that they can throw fit hands with fucking Wardlow, and Mero's I think is the guy to do it. I just don't see no one else. Who else is there that's like muscular? Because that's the kind of guy I want to put him in there with for his first big one like this.
Oh yeah, a big guy.
A big guy. So it'd be big guy versus big guy. Someone.
What about Hobbs?
Hobbs is not good in the ring.
He's not ready yet.
He's not ready yet. Like,
I'm thinking of big guys.
Yeah, and like I don't see him. And when I think about it, I don't think of him just beating him. So.
They really don't have that many big guys. Like
they really don't. At least like Keith Lee. If they want to put him in something with Lee,
that's done.
That they could be fucking fine. Now they did tease the flip last night because I think was that the dark. Yeah, that was the dark match. I think. Yeah, I think Swerve and Lee was on dark. I could be wrong. They kind of mashing together now in my head, but they keep teasing the split of him and Swerve.
I mean, where's that going anyway?
Yeah, well, he shoulder checked him last night when he went to go get out of the ring.
Oh, okay.
Lee shoulder checked the fuck out of him. He hit him, or Lee had him up for the big power bomb, and Swerve was up on the ring and said, come here, so he could hit that fucking move on him. And Lee just looked at him and shook his head and walked over here alone and power bombed him and pinned him by himself. Dude, one of the biggest pops that I'm telling you, man, was fucking Keys. That dude got such a fucking pop.
Lee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it was unreal. My phone, like when I watched the video, my phone's rattling because that's how loud they got for him. It was probably one of the loudest pops of the night, easily. And fucking Eddie King's goddamn Eddie is so over.
Is it just it's cool to like him type of deal? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's more of along like the connection of he's the guy that would come in here and chill with you and smoke a blunt. That type of thing.
Relatable.
He's
That's
relatable.
what I was about to say. He's relatable.
He
relates. It really is.
He really relates in that, definitely in that age range of like us who grew up listening to 90s hip hop and all that kind of stuff, because the way he dresses, the way he acts, he still dresses and acts like it's the 90s, like it's East Coast, West Coast, all this kind of stuff. So like that's a lot of people relate back to that shit with him.
Are you into this whole the hook thing?
I like the hook. I'm
not saying he's bad, but I mean,
I don't know how I feel about the whole Dawson, the fucking that shit, man, and the cursing and
I don't
all
care
that
about that. But I'm just saying, people liking him so much, it's like the cool thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those type of things, but it's one of those things like when you see him and you know who he is, you want him to get over. Because
I agree 100%.
You know, and he's so like, he's not like other wrestlers. Like his look, his style, it's so fucking different, man. It's so different. Yeah, he is small, but he can suplex the fuck out of people though. Which is
I want to see how he goes. They're booking him right. They're booking him perfect. I think
it's the mysterious thing, the way they do, where they don't let him talk. You know, that's one thing I love about AEW is they storytell a long time like a motherfucker.
They do.
They really invest, man, into the stories, man. So the thing with Christian last night was, oh god, I come unglued. I come up off my seat on that one because I was wanting that to happen anyway, and they've been teasing that for fucking ever.
It's good, though. It's good.
Christian don't need to be a manager, no way.
Is that the end of Luchasaurus, though? You think they're gonna push him?
No, I don't know. You know, I didn't think about that. I didn't think of him for this point because
exactly.
If him and Christian are going into a feud, what the fuck's the fucking dinosaur going to do?
He's going to go Christian.
Well, no, I don't know if he'll go to Christian. Maybe he's too much of a face, man. I don't think they're going to make him.
I don't know what they do with him. I really don't. But
he would be
Jungle
good.
Boy should get pushed.
He would be good versus Wardlow. He's a pretty big guy. He's a big guy that can do flips and dives and shit, which is, I know Wardlow don't do that, but it would be something to mix up different in their match. Be a way to set up different spots.
I have this thing for him, though. He was on Big Brother, Luchasaurus, 10 years ago. He was such a pussy, bro. He really was. For this girl, too. He was so pathetic. It changes my mind about the man.
I love him, man.
I'm just saying, when you watch that, you're going to be like, what are these?
I hate the fucking gimmick. Don't get me wrong. I hate the gimmick. I think the gimmick's cheesy. The whole jungle thing with him being fucking Jungle Boy. But it's kind of cool in a way because it's something for the kids and shit. There's got to be something for the kids.
That's what I'm saying. You have to market to all different ages, man. You have to. You want to be successful. Hey, you want to market to just older people? More power to you.
You ain't going to get over just marketing to older people. You're just not going to do it. Not with that.
TV companies aren't going to watch it.
Yeah, you got to have those kids who, which it's even like last night. One of Missy's friends was there. One of her friends, she goes to like ball games, KC ball games and shit too. she come over and talked to us, and one of her kids, because she makes t-shirts. She made those ego t-shirts, as a matter of fact. And she come over and was talking to us and was like, well, I got these logos offline and I printed them on my shirts and stuff, and said I printed my kid one, and I said I printed him one, and it was Darby Allin, which he loves. He said, but I don't want to go. He said, we're supposed to go watch Roman. He was wanting to go watch Roman Reigns. He didn't understand that Roman wasn't at this one. So he was pissed because he wasn't going to get to see Roman Reigns. I mean, kids are going to fucking want to watch those type of guys. That's what gets them over. So you're going to have to, I remember, and I get it, man. I totally get it. Because when I was a kid, there's plenty of fucking faces I liked, including Hulk Hogan at the time, me being a kid. And I guarantee, and I always wondered why the adults in the room couldn't stand him. Because it would always be my uncles and them or my cousins, and them was like, man, fuck Hulk Hogan. I'm like, why are you hating on the Hulkster, brother? Why are you hating on the Hulkster? You know what I'm saying? Why are you hating on him? Why? Like, why do you hate Hulk Hogan? This is in the early 90s. You know what I mean? He was huge in. Like, why are you hating on Hogan?
I loved Hogan.
And then I'm like, why do you like Arn Anderson? I remember being a kid, and one of my stepdad's favorite wrestlers was Arn Anderson and the Four Horsemen. I'm like, why do you like them? Like, I couldn't understand. I'm like, why? Now, of course, growing up, that's for the adults. That's the adult entertainment. That's the part of it. That's how it works. That's the adult, and the adults usually, grown men most of the time like heels anyway because we identify with it. So, that to me, and I can't watch it. Faces are boring to me now. Me being an adult, at least it's done right.
It's not easy to be a face nowadays either.
It's not, man. It's really, really not. And
Cody's doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess. It was the same thing with Wardlow last night. Here's Wardlow. He's this big, mean beast.
He's doing good.
And then they give him a microphone. And he didn't feel like a beast no more. Not in my opinion. Because he gets this microphone and it gets into this whole, they send Matt Hughes in there and them to beat his ass, the UFC fighters. They get in there and fucking, he's like, no, wait. Now, before we fight, I'm pretty sure just like me, I'm a Midwest, hardworking, gets into this blue-collar fucking speech and all this bullshit. And I'm like, see, this is not what I like. This now you get like all on down here and like we're sitting in the truck stop. Like, come on, man. Fucking what? Like it's very, very hard to get over with that shit, man. Because and you can just kind of feel the crowd like,
not from him.
Yeah, not from him, man. Like, you just can't do that with just anyone and expect them to be able to talk. Like, Wardlow, I feel like, was one of those guys that don't need to be talking. He don't need to be speaking. He don't need to be talking. You need to give him a manager. You need to find him some loudmouth fucking manager to put with him, a Jimmy Hart style motherfucker. And while he's powerbombing him, they got a microphone going, powerbomb him one more time, baby. Powerbomb him one more time.
Absolutely. It'd be great. It'd
be great. Make him a beast and let him run through everybody.
He needs a manager for sure.
Yep.
He'd be over much more.
Oh, Josh said Brian Gage. He's a big ass dude, but he to me, he's just not that good.
I don't think he has charisma. That's the only thing. He's not bad. He's not terrible, Tommy. I mean, come on, bro. We've seen some bad workers. We've seen some bad wrestlers in this lifetime.
That's true.
He ain't really. You're not putting him on that list.
Let's see here.
Just say.
Well, who's going to take the NBA championship? It's getting down to it.
Warriors.
The Warriors. Fuck, man, I don't want to fucking hear.
I do.
Why?
Fuck Boston.
Oh, God, dude. How do you fucking put up with those fucking, rather hear fucking Warrior fans? And like, I've heard Boston fans all my life, so I've just kind of got used to them motherfuckers. These Warrior fans, like, they just come out of the God fucking blessed fucking woodwork. There was not that many, so many fucking bandwagon riding motherfuckers. Oh my god! And I can't stand Green. I would punch it. Oh man, I would. Dan LeBaird would have that motherfucker crying. He would be scoring no points and be sitting on the bench crying if this was the fucking 80s. I can't stand that motherfucker.
I remember the Warriors were like the Lions of the NBA back in the day.
Chris
They
Mullin
fucking sucked.
Chris Mullin was who they had.
And NBA, do you remember NBA Jam?
Yep. Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullin.
It was Tim Hardaway. That's what I was going to ask. Who's the other guy? That was my question.
Tim Hardaway, yep.
All right, cool. Man, it just sucks getting old, bro.
God, Tim
His
Hardaway
fucking son was on the Knicks, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
crazy. So
Dude,
nuts.
what's even more crazy is I would always end up making him a starter because a lot of times he wouldn't be a starter on the game. They'd have him, riding the bench a lot of times, and I'd have him as a starter, or I'd go find him. I'd go find Junior all the time and put him on my team. Everyone's like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, I don't know. I think it's always because I like Tim Hardaway. He never got a break. You know what I mean? At a fucking team, so maybe that has something to do with it. And I said, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'd always fucking grab his ass, put him on my fucking team. Even if he wouldn't start, I'd have him on my team.
The Jazz, I think, was Malone and Stockton, right?
Yeah, you had Malone and Stockton on the
It
Jazz.
was so good.
You had Kemp and Peyton on the Supersonics.
Oh my God. I just saw there was something. Sean Kemp threw out a first pitch or something last night. I don't know where it was. It was something else. Maybe I'm wrong. Not first pitch. Motherfucker got fat, bro. He got so fat. I was like, oh my God.
I hate the fact that the Seattle Supersonics is not around anymore. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
That was such a cool team, man.
Until they changed their uniform color
Yeah.
and their symbol. I remember that shit. And then it happened. The Knicks traded Patrick Ewing to them. Oh my God. That was like the worst day of my life. He should have just retired a Knick.
Yeah.
He should have, man. Just saying.
We'll see. Back then you had Orlando, which had who was it? O'Neal,
Anthony Hardaway.
Horace Grant was on Orlando back.
Horace Grant was on that team.
Yeah,
That's
he was
right.
there. I used to like Horace Grant. Till he
Yeah, me too.
he went to Orlando talking shit about Chicago so bad, and I was like, dude, like you wouldn't be shit if you went on that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Jordan showed him he wasn't shit. You know what I mean? They murdered him, dude. They broke him down. Speaking of that, I started rewatching The Dance.
Really? Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good show. They did that good. You could have watched the Jeter one.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm definitely watching that, bro.
Me and the old lady the other day watched Sosa McGuire doc that's on the ESPN one. That was pretty good.
One of the best times of my life, 1998. One of the best years ever. Being a kid, 16 years old, Attitude Era, South Park, smoking weed, drinking beers. It was the fucking best time of my fucking life, bro. I didn't worry about fucking bills. No fucking woman sucking my cock. I didn't give a fuck, bro.
So we're gonna do today. I'm gonna smoke weed and watch Jay and Silent Bob, and then tonight I'm gonna watch the new episode of South Park. And what are you gonna do in between that? I'm gonna play GoldenEye on 64.
Oh man. And nobody was allowed to use Odd Job. He was too small. You can't shoot him.
Yeah. Fucking man, I used to play the fuck out of that shit, man. That and Tony Hawk. God, me and my buddies used to sit there forever and play fucking trying to get better and better at Tony Hawk. That shit's so fucking hard.
I like SSX Tricky. Tricky was the shit, bro.
Yeah. When it come out, that shit was pretty fucking big, dude.
Shit was fire.
Shit was fire.
It really was, bro. Tricky was the shit. I played that game all the fucking time.
Yep, always had the fucking soda. It's tricky.
When you got good and shit, it's like, yeah, let's go. Got you going, bro. Love that fucking game.
I used to love getting on that fucking game and doing just like the half pots.
Yeah, it was just
fucking do the fucking be up. All right, there's 360 yours. There's a 420. Oh, there's a 860. You know, fucking keep getting them on up there and on up there.
Yeah.
Fucking spinning like a motherfucker, dude. Gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining.
Yeah, it was great. Great game. Characters. They did a good job with that.
They did, man. They don't, sometimes they don't think games out like that no fucking more, dude.
Nothing's fun. Everything is I'm not saying that's fun, but everything's
real base.
You got to be like a genius almost to fucking beat a game.
Dude, that's like one of my biggest complaints. Like
Everything's Tomb Raider.
Right. Well, yeah, right. Basically, like it's also the thing too. Like they're making things so fucking complicated that don't have to.
I just want to sit down and have a good time.
Yeah, like you put it. Like I'm like, all right, I got a minute to play game. The wife's gone. The baby's asleep. I got 30, 40 minutes tops before she'll probably wake up. Let me sit down and see if I can get 15, 20 minutes in on this game that I've been dying to fucking play. I've done got it downloaded. I started downloading it that morning. So I made sure everything. Go to sit down and play. Oh, it needs a fucking update. Motherfucker. Why the fuck did it update when it downloaded? Fucking me to update the motherfucker, all right? That took 5 minutes out of my fucking play time. Then I get into it because it's a new game. I got to set up character, build this motherfucker, make this motherfucker, do all these things. All right, now we're going to play. No, we're not. Why ain't we? Because there's cards that go to this game also. You can collect this pack, this pack, this pack, this pack. Let's open. And you can't just skip past all that shit. You have to go through it. Oh, and it's like, oh, pop up here for you to read. Pop up here for you to read. Pop up here for you to read. Pop up here for you. And by the time you do all that shit, it's 35, 40 minutes just to get the game started at point A at the very beginning of the stage level where you need to start going. It's so fucking aggravating, dude. So aggravating.
That is.
I bitch about it all the time. I'm like, I sound like an old man. What happened to the days where I could just pop a cartridge in this motherfucker and hit the button and we're there?
Yeah.
And it is. And like you said, they don't make nothing like really a whole lot of fun like that anymore. If they do, they don't put the right time into it. If they make a game that's like, say, like SS Tricky now, it's a cheesy game. They don't put no fucking
no thought into it.
No thought into it. They just throw it together for a kid and see if a kid will buy it. Back then, they actually put real time into those games and real time into the characters and what the gameplay was like.
Make sure, and they make perfect challenges to make you want to keep playing.
Right. Which is, that's one of my addictions with the Xbox. Is because I want to get the achievements.
I'll do that no more. Well, there's not enough time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking. It sucks.
It does.
I want to play more video games.
I'll be honest with you, man. It's not even just because I'm older or because of life. It's just I don't have the want to sit down and play video games like that no more. Even sometimes when I get free time. I'm almost 40 now, dude. And it's like, I don't want to sit here and fucking play this shit.
I'll just hang out with the baby.
Yeah, I just hang out with the baby. Just turn something on to watch, man. I hate to make it sound like this, but it's almost like I'm too lazy to do it. Too lazy to do this. Or I don't want to put the time, or I'll start playing. And the next thing I know, I start getting blowed out in a hockey game or something because I'm zoning out. I'm not paying attention. I'm like, well, what's in my phone? I have the worst habit, too, about turning my Xbox on, starting a game. And
I do the same thing.
And as soon as I'm in the game, I never play it. It's just on the TV. And I'm in my phone for like 3 hours. And I'll slowly be like, all right. And I'll pick the controller back up and turn the power back on the controller. And I'll fucking move it around. And I'll fucking go down here and be like, well, see, what do I want to do? All right, here, I'll play this game. This part
That's
of
me,
it.
bro. I swear.
God, I do that shit so fucking much, dude. It's horrible, dude. I don't know why I do that fucking stupid shit. I'm just like, why don't I just turn the fucking TV on? It's got to be because I'm high, man. That's all.
I can't sit down and watch TV much. I got to get up and do something.
I have to really dig deep, dude, to find, like, if I can find something that grabs my attention, I can get into it. But I have to, like, really dig deep. Like, every once in a while, I'll find a good show, or Missy will find a good documentary or something, or a good something on, and I'll sit down and get into it. But
I like trivia shows. Trivia shows, like game shows, and I like the music. I like Beat Shazam. I watch that shit.
What's what?
Beat Shazam.
Beat Shazam.
Jamie Foxx is the host. I like guessing music trivia and shit like that. It's fun.
Hell yeah. Well, anything else you want to talk about, sir? We're at an hour.
Yeah, we're good.
Well,
my fucking voice, bro. It got better as we went along. It's starting to learn to talk again.
Let's see. Don't forget that I'm gonna go ahead and start announcing it now, which I don't have the logo for it. It's going to be the 11th of next month. Do a little bit of plugging here. Me and Justin Hicks are going to do another podcast. This one's called Sports Hounds. Me and Justin did a podcast last football season. We did the top 25 in the NCAA during the football season, and then we did the top basketball. Well, not this past season, the season before that. We didn't do one last year. This was 2 years ago. Damn, that time's went by fucking quick. But we did one then. We had a blast doing it. Me and him decided to get back in it. But this one's an all-around sports cast. It's going to cover everything from wrestling to football to college football to boxing to all kind. He's a huge boxing fan. He's huge into sports. He's going to college to be a sports announcer or sports analyst or some kind of shit like that. We're going to do some episodes that are dedicated just to like Mike Tyson versus Holyfield. We're going to do a whole fucking, episode on that, or like a big match from WrestleMania, or Chuck Liddell versus fucking Tito Ortiz or something like that. Something like a rewind type thing where we go back and kind of do like a review. But we'll also have episodes where we do the current stuff and what's going on and all that kind of shit. So I'm trying to get it ready. So we want to start it before October gets here because I want to have it in spot play for the baseball playoffs and all that shit to see what's going to happen with it. So should be fire. Should be fire.
I'm looking forward to it. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. That's what Justin said. He said, "Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven." Sports Hound Podcast. It's kick-ass fucking logo too that Mikey did. I don't have it on me, so
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice. I couldn't come up with one, dude. I tried to do it. And I was like, what the fuck can I do with this? It's basically what we did was went on the internet and looked at the 300 and something names to name your podcast and chopped and stole from this one and stole from this one. And the Sports Hounds, I really like it. I like the name of it. It's pretty fucking cool.
It's cool. It's catchy.
Catchy. Well, I'm pretty elevated. Are you pretty elevated?
Yeah, I guess it's time for dinner.
Time for dinner. Then get elevated again.
And then get elevated again, absolutely.
See y'all next week.
Have a good
Hey, man. Am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
Get old, making my mind slow. That's why I don't deal with the big bro. I got to maintain, cause Kasabian is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Crazy insane, got no brain. Too much, I'ma cover hours, time for the blabber. To watch that Betty get fatter, fat boy on a diet. Don't try it, I jack your ass like a looter in a riot. Much too fat, like a sumo, slam it ass.